The B team, we're back. But we're okay. We're hanging in there. So, yeah, we're back here, and we actually have a surprise for you guys. So, as you guys know, before, we had another member on the podcast, big old Jordan Spidle. Spidle, Spider, you call him whatever you want. He's fucking here.
It all works.
Welcome to Jordan.
What's going on, guys?
He's back, dude.
Back and ready, baby.
He is back. Now, Jordan, I want you to give the followers and listeners a little bit of oversight on the beginning of the pod, how you came about, and why the frig are you here?
Dude, it started out as the big stats guy. We used to actually film it over there in the closet.
Yep. There it is.
Did it while we were right after college, after I graduated. Mike was a year out. Colin was a year out. Got busy with work. Ended up having to take a step back, but I'm in the area for 2 weeks and figured I'd surprise the guys. So,
no horse mask.
No horse mask. No mustache. We don't have the mustache anymore.
Nothing is concealing the identity.
I don't have as much hair as I used to.
Jordan is here.
It is a little bald, but we're back.
There it is, and we're happy. We're happy that you're here, dude. Like,
I appreciate you guys having me.
Full blown circle. We are back, but we were watching. We're getting right into the Jets, by the way, because I know Gassy has a lot to talk about. I know I have a lot to say. I know Muller has a lot to say, and I'm assuming Jordan does as well.
Absolutely.
Because Jordan, you said you were going to give us the list of who they could sign.
Mm-hmm.
I like that because we went through it before and it was hilarious. So let me rant a little bit. Give me about 3 to 5 minutes. I'll just say what I have to say, and I'll go on. So, yesterday sucked. It was rough. For probably the whole game, it was just miserable. I mean, after Hard Knocks, after the headlines, after the wait, you're waiting, 6 months for the season to start. The build-up, the draft, the OTAs, training camp, joint practices, preseason, Monday Night Football, 9/11, Bills-Jets. The electric entrance by Aaron Rodgers. That is nothing I've ever seen or witnessed before at MetLife Stadium like that. That was the best thing I've ever seen. First drive, 3 plays. I believe 1 was a flag, so it included a 4th play. 4th play, Aaron Rodgers gets sacked. Achilles pops. Dwayne Brown on a chop block. By the way, I'll get into him as well. Just like that, he's done. He's out for the year. You can't make this shit up. We are so cursed. Especially me. You guys are Yankees fans, so you guys can, brag a little bit. I am cursed. Mets and Jets? What the fuck did I do to deserve this?
Is this the worst thing that's happened to the Jets in our lifetime? It's gotta be. This has gotta be the worst.
This is probably...
When we thought it couldn't get any worse... It's bad.
This is probably one of the worst injuries known in the history of the NFL, maybe besides Joe Theismann when it comes to severity. But when it comes to the build-up and just in a snap of a finger, it's done. This might be the worst injury of all time.
It's fucking unprecedented.
Yeah.
How much do you guys have invested in him right now?
Everything. What do you mean?
How much money is his contract worth at the
it's up there. It's exceeding $50 million right now.
For 4 games.
For 4 snaps,
4 snaps.
brother. For 4 snaps. Now, listen, I will say this. I was down bad. You guys saw it yesterday, but it's not over. It's really not over. I mean, the defense is elite. You saw it there, and I was right. The Bills are freaking overrated. They are not who we thought they are. None of them. Josh Allen doesn't know what to do with his hands. Stephon Diggs pissed off. Offense was they just don't have it. They don't have it. To lose to a team that was getting led by Zachary Wilson and that defense. Listen, the defense and Garrett were the reasons that and Xavier Gibson, shout out to him. We won that game. But the Bills are overrated. I try to tell y'all they are so overrated and overvalued. But hold on. Give me a couple. I just got to keep ranting. Garrett Wilson is that guy. He's elite. That was a D-Hop-like play that he did in the end zone. And from where we go from here, I don't know. I mean, my thought is that we are definitely going to sign a quarterback from somewhere. We're going to either trade for one. We're either going to lure freaking Matt Ryan out of the booth, Tom Brady out of retirement, Jacoby Brissett. That was another guy. We're gonna add somebody, dude.
We're gonna add somebody.
It's going to happen
as a backup.
Yeah.
as a
Mike, you're
backup
not
to
getting
Zach
a starting
Wilson.
quarterback.
Listen,
Zach Wilson is your
listen.
quarterback.
I know that they already confirmed that Zach is going to be a starter. Now, let me get into Zach real quick, and I'll let you guys hold the floor here. We said this last year. All we needed for Zach was don't make mistakes, pass the ball, be consistent, and just do what you have to do. Did he have a good game yesterday? He had an okay game. I mean,
he had one bad interception. Other than that, good game.
He had a couple of
Stop.
stop. He had a couple of He had a couple
He had a
of
better passing rating than Mahomes, Burrow, and Allen. You're going to come in here and say that he was trash.
He threw the ball 21 times, bro.
Because he didn't get the other 4 plays. He would have thrown it 25.
Dude, and listen. The last couple quarters, they did not let him throw the ball for a reason because they don't trust him to throw the ball right now. I'm saying now. But I agree with you. All we have to do, or all he has to do, is be consistent and just play the football, play clean football. Yes, we said that last year, and look what happened. I'm not saying it's going to be now, but we need to utilize Breece Hall. We need to utilize Dalvin Cook. We need to just play up front, play physical, and give him as much help as we can because right now, there is nobody else on the waiver wire or anyone that is willing or is going to step in and win games. The defense is the only thing that's going to save us from this. Zach Wilson needs to play clean football. And you know how much I don't like Zach Wilson. He is not him, but he needs to play clean football. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. Yeah, and I hear all that.
Didn't
and I know everyone and their mom knows that Zach Wilson has to play clean football. Josh Allen doesn't even play clean football.
No, he doesn't.
And he gets paid way more than him and has way bigger expectations. Zach Wilson comes into every year and everyone looks at his freshman year in the league. They're like, oh, this BYU kid, he sucks, blah, blah. Goes through all of this crap about Zach Wilson and how he's not good. He's learning. He needed to sit behind someone and learn. He needed to be what Jordan Love was. You guys aren't the type of organization that does that, but now you're kind of forced to because you need Aaron Rodgers to come back and keep teaching him. And people forget that just because Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles doesn't mean he's not going to be in the building teaching Zach Wilson week in and week out for the rest of the season. Like, Zach Wilson is going to get better this year. He had Zach Wilson, had a great game yesterday. He didn't overcomplicate stuff. When he got in trouble, he was able to get away, get out of the pocket, and he threw the ball away. Last year and the year before that, Zach Wilson tries to make the play and throws an interception or does something stupid, and you guys lose because of it. Last night, he protected the ball other than that one throw, which, whatever, a bunch of quarterbacks had more than 2 interceptions this weekend. So that's a positive because you can't even say, oh, he played half the game. He played the whole game. Aaron Rodgers started for 4 plays. Zach Wilson played the whole game, and you guys beat one of the teams that everyone expects to be in the Super Bowl. Like, we have to stop saying Zach Wilson is bad. I know that I over-exaggerate how good he is on this show. But Zach Wilson he's a good quarterback. If he wasn't a good quarterback, the Jets wouldn't be coming out saying he's our quarterback this year. You guys would have already signed somebody.
So, last year, he was definitely not a good quarterback. And I'm a Zach Wilson guy. But, like, we got to give the kid a shot. We have nothing else. So, like,
also, this is the best.
Hopefully that little offseason with Rodgers did something for him. Hopefully he learned something from Rodgers. He thought he was going to sit behind Rodgers for potentially 2 years before he had to play again. It was exactly one drive.
27 seconds.
27 seconds of the first quarter.
God.
So, I mean, that's just where we're at, man. I mean, you can't change it. Like, the kid, this is a make or break year for him. I think if he tanks this year, like, if he's just as bad as he was last year, that's got to be the end of his
They're
career.
not going to hold on to him after this year.
No, he'll be a
if that's what he
backup
does.
somewhere, and he'll never have a chance again.
I
This is his
think-
fucking shot.
I think the way that he was thrusted into this now, like, is it unfair to him? Yeah, it's definitely unfair to him. And, like,
It's not, though. We can't forget he was a second overall pick.
No,
so it's all on him now.
That was my next point. Like, this is his 3rd year now. This is his 3rd year. He got to learn under Rodgers for, let's say, a couple months. I mean, I'm not expecting the world of him.
So, one thing I'll say, he will have Aaron Rodgers in his ear this year, almost as like
That's
a
what I was gonna
quarterback's
say.
coach. And I think that may help him. That's That may help him. I think our only chance is if Rodgers gets him on ayahuasca or
Yes.
shrooms or something.
I'm sure
No,
that's
and I'm
already
not even
happened.
trying to be the guy. Oh, ayahuasca.
No, for sure.
It's that drastic of a situation
Yeah.
right now. Zach Wilson was supposed to sit there behind Rodgers and have 2 years of growth as a human being, as a quarterback. He has exactly 5 days to do it on a short week against Dallas. So let's get him on some ayahuasca.
If Zach Wilson has not been moved into Aaron Rodgers' house already and hasn't taken ayahuasca with Aaron Rodgers on his couch while they watch like CSI or some bullshit, like the Jets are doing everything wrong. That kid should be living in Aaron Rodgers' guest room in
Yes.
his New York penthouse.
Yes.
And shouldn't be allowed to leave that house for anything ever.
This is where the storyline is going. Aaron Rodgers is just a mentor to Zach Wilson now, and we're gonna see if he can fix this kid.
Yeah. Now, I do want to say something about Aaron Rodgers moving forward because former NFL doctor David Chalice said that he's confident that he can indeed come back. He's still Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers coming off a torn Achilles, I guarantee you is more mobile than Tom Brady at 45. So that's
A great sign.
that's a great sign for you guys. Nice ASMR. Like, Aaron Rodgers will be back. Let's be honest with ourselves here. Were you guys gonna win the Super Bowl this year?
No.
No.
And there were a lot of...
everything was building towards next year, probably.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
It's almost better that you guys are now getting Aaron Rodgers coming. He'll be completely fresh. He'll be able to watch every game and almost learn everyone's movements watching it and see timing, see what players like to do, and they can figure out an offense now for him. And next year, you guys might come back even better than you would have been this year.
But this is the problem that we always go through now. There has always been this thing where we have this quarterback, we're ready, this is the time, and then some type of injury always happens.
But I don't
It
think this
happened
is
with
the
Zach.
time.
It happened with Sam
It's not
Darnold.
the time.
It happened with Rodgers. Hold on. Right now, there have been a lot of people saying that we should be a Super Bowl contending team. No, we were not a Super Bowl contending team with Rodgers.
Yeah.
How do you know, though? I
Everybody.
think maybe we might have been.
Listen, no.
Okay.
We might have been, but like, we're jumping to conclusions way too far. Like
So,
the playoffs were the
right.
mandate. The playoffs should have been the mandate, and that we should have left it at that. If we made
I
the
think
playoffs,
that should still be the mandate.
Yeah,
Like, this
absolutely,
team needs
no,
to make the playoffs.
for sure. Like we need to make the playoffs now, but now it's another year of like sitting and waiting. Like, oh, what could be? Now we have to live with this for the rest of our lives. Being, oh, what if Aaron Rodgers didn't tear his Achilles? Now
Okay.
it's just
I want to say
it's a
one
what
thing.
if.
All right, go ahead then.
This is the most brutal Jets moment ever. Just because it's like the Jets are everything we thought they would be, Mikey. The defense is a championship defense.
Course.
Garrett Wilson's an animal.
Course.
Brees Hall's an animal.
Course.
Dalvin Cook is Dalvin Cook.
Absolutely,
And now we're stuck. We're right where we were last year with
Yep.
Zach Wilson.
exactly.
It's crazy.
Besides maybe a couple of additions of Randall Cobb, Allen Lazard, and Mackay finally coming back. I mean,
Alan Lazard looked really good last night.
yeah, for sure.
People aren't going to say that, but I thought he looked pretty good.
Yes. So now it's just, listen, I'm not counting them out. I can't. It's too early in the season. I will say these next 4 weeks are going to be rough. They're going to be tough. I mean, this is where next five until the bye week, yes. This is where we need to take the training wheels off Zach and be like, hey, listen, like, it is what it is, but this is your last chance here. Like, this is it. Am I going to be rooting for him? Of course I am. But this is it. He's got to show it.
Now, let's look at the next 5 weeks real quick, because after saying all of that to help out Zach Wilson, we have to take a step back quick and realistically look at the situation here.
Drew Alpman status. Shout out to Drew.
Next week you are at Dallas. You're most likely going to be 1-1 because Zach Wilson's going to get hammered that game. Let's just be honest with the situation. Like, Zach Wilson is not going to look good next
Loss.
week. But then you go to you're home against the Patriots. No, I think that's
they have that's your probably
Loss.
most
No,
that's your most winnable
win.
game.
I
Loss.
think you win against the Patriots, but then you go Chiefs, Broncos, Eagles, and you got to remember you have added one fan because Zach Wilson's not your quarterback. This guy. We will be cheering for him when you guys go to the Broncos. I will be completely off the Russell Wilson train. Russell Wilson's actually dead to me now because he blew that moral lock. So I'm back off the Russell Wilson train. It only lasted 1 week. That guy is dead to me. He should retire. Peyton, terrible coach. How do you not cover -4? They didn't even win the game. They blew the game. I mean, that guy could not be a worse quarterback. Talk about one of the worst deals in NFL history, Russell Wilson.
Maybe the Broncos are not that.
We don't have to get into that. Zach Wilson is going to get slaughtered for the next 5 weeks outside of 2 games probably. I think he goes on a revenge tour against the Patriots, and I think the Broncos are just so bad that he's going to look good. But the other 3 games,
it's going to be rough.
You cannot go south on this kid. You cannot go south on this team and say the season's over. Because we saw the Bengals last year, and we're probably going to see them do it again this year. They look horrid. They look terrible. And they could easily rattle off 14 wins in a row again, which they probably will do.
I'm thinking, though, Joe Burrow's still nursing that knee injury.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. That and his calf.
So, I don't think they're going to be as productive as they were last year at all.
No, we can actually get into that if you guys are done with the Jets.
Yeah, I'm done with the Jets. I know.
I don't want to cut you guys off.
No, I have nothing. I mean, again, all in all, like, I still have faith. You can't lose faith. It's literally one game of the year. We just got to go. You just got to go. Now, I know Jordan has a list of some quarterbacks, too, that he wants to name off.
I showed Gassy. He didn't approve either.
Let's get into those real quick, and then we have one more thing on this game.
No. So, I mean, I'll rattle them off.
Here,
I know your guys' answers.
Let's do it this way. Don't show us them. You say the name. Like, you can mix it up and say the name, and we'll say yes or no.
All right. I'm gonna start off the first one. Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll take him.
Has he played football?
I think it's been a year out.
Oh, yes.
So not too out of the league, but he's not like Phillip Rivers out of the league.
He's fresh.
Kind of.
Yeah, so I'm in.
Of course,
I'm in. Yeah. Big Dick Nick, I'm in.
Yeah.
Super Bowl winner right there. That's a Super Bowl winner.
Can't be worse.
Wentz.
No.
Absolutely fucking not.
He's terrible.
Unfortunately, as a backup, sure, why not?
I mean, unfortunately, he might be like the best name on the list.
And
unfortunately,
yes.
I'm talking like
He's
coming in,
right?
and
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, he's out. He's out. That would make you guys a laughing stock.
Yeah, that would be terrible. I would actually stop watching that team.
If Carson Wentz is starting for the Jets, I might kill myself.
I was very close last night. If I saw that news, I would probably take it a step further.
Oh, Jesus. All right, next.
Cam Newton.
Yes.
Fuck no.
No.
Fuck no.
Absolutely
he
not.
No?
He absolutely sucks.
No, I don't think he's good anymore, but I think he would be fun to
He's
watch.
He's good for one reel that he scores a touchdown, and then after that, it's a disaster. So I'm going to say no.
He runs in one touchdown and starts talking shit. And then he's gone.
I'm in if he's not allowed to dress like a moron.
I knew someone was going to say it.
I'm in if that's the case.
I would need a top hat about that big, and then
All right, Abe Lincoln.
So, Matt Ryan.
Yes.
Maybe.
I will say yes.
Maybe. I mean, he's not good anymore, but I mean, none of these guys are.
I think with the weapons you guys have, he would be good.
Give me a yes.
Next.
Colin Kaepernick.
No.
Fuck no. Fuck Colin Kaepernick.
No, he hasn't played in 7 years.
But he's been training.
Yeah, no.
And I shoot an airsoft gun. Like, that doesn't make me a fucking Marine.
Jameli Hill said it's a good option, so maybe it is.
Oh, yeah.
All right, last but not... Well, I got 2 more. You got Ben DiNucci or Joe Flacco.
No, and no.
I'm going to go no to Joe Flacco, but I'm a big Gucci DiNucci fan, so I'm in on Gucci DiNucci.
He is fresh.
I'm going to have to say no on both of those names.
Actually,
I don't know much about DiNucci, but we saw Flacco on the Jets, and we just don't. We don't want to go back to that.
I think he unjustly got cut from the Broncos this year.
By the way,
I agree.
I found out that Joe Flacco, during the summers, he bought a house in Sea Isle, and for hours, he just throws footballs to kids. I found that out today, and I thought it was hilarious.
Good guy,
so
Joe.
no,
Good
but
guy, Joe.
I do have around 2 or 3 that could be a realistic option. Not realistic, but I don't know.
Just say all 3, and we'll tell you if you're
Gardner Minshew.
Well, he's gonna maybe be starting if the Colts keep running Richardson the way they are.
Jacoby Brissett.
Ooh.
I don't mind that one.
I don't at all.
Jacoby Brissett should have been a starter already in this league.
No.
Will Grier.
I love Will Grier.
I like his girlfriend.
Jerry Jones screwed him. And yes.
And I just want to say, I remember that I said something about trade for Kyler Murray. I don't know the stats of his contract.
You don't want that.
But I don't know. I think COD does come out soon. Call of Duty does come out in like couple weeks.
That's
So
what I mean.
yeah, it might be chalked.
If you get Kyler Murray, it's like every year you have to worry that around November you're going to lose every game. And you guys already do that. We're trying to go the other direction. You don't want Kyler on your team.
I really think he should have stuck with baseball.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Granted, it was
Same
the
with
Athletics
Russell
that drafted him.
I mean, yeah, but
But he
still.
could have been good, and he could have...
Dude, he's like 5'10". You have no business being a quarterback at 5'10".
Honestly, he probably could start for the Athletics now.
Absolutely.
That team is so bad.
They're always bad.
Yeah. So last thing on the Jets-Bills game.
For sure.
Let's keep it moving. We have to talk about this because I've had it with everyone saying stuff to Dak Prescott about his interceptions. Shout out to Dak the other night for that interview before the game. That was one of the funniest interviews I've ever seen. Every question, all 3 times, he goes, "We're just here to play football. Really excited to get the season going. We want to focus on being a good football team," and that's phenomenal. I want that from my quarterback. But we have to stop giving him shit about his interceptions. This kid that plays for the Bills sucks at quarterback. The amount of interceptions he's had over the last 5 seasons, there has not been one season where he's thrown less interceptions than Dak Prescott. Yet we all think that Josh Allen is some savior that has been sent here to play football in this league.
Because he runs,
he has-
and people love it.
My man has 84
Literally.
turnovers since 2018. You know that?
Yeah. Listen,
Last year, sorry, I have
go
to
ahead.
keep going.
Go.
Last year, he had the same amount of interceptions as Dak Prescott. He played more games than Dak Prescott. 2021, he had 15, Dak had 11, and Dak played more games than Josh Allen. Just let that one sink in because everyone's like, "Oh, Dak Prescott throws interceptions, can't take care of the ball." That is some bullshit. Then 2020, let's just look at this one. Dak had 4 interceptions and Josh Allen had 11. Granted, Dak played a lot fewer games, but I mean, still way less. 2019, we don't have to talk about that. 2018, 12-9. Dak Prescott had fewer.
It's because he's on the Cowboys.
If he didn't have I'm going to say this one, a lot of people that already hate me are going to hate me more. If he had a wing on the side of his helmet, everyone thinks he's God.
Clip it.
If you put Jalen Hurts with a star on his helmet, everyone's ripping Jalen Hurts for fumbling too much.
Clip it.
That's just facts.
It is.
It's facts.
And this is the last thing I'll say on the Jets. This goes back to like how brutal of a loss this is, like losing Rodgers. Because, Mikey, everything we've said on this podcast is all coming to fruition about how good the Jets are, but also the Bills, dude. We've been trying to tell people for years that this team is declining and Josh Allen is not the guy that you think he is. The whole NFL, everybody hyping him up, the rest of the media hyping him up. We were telling you the truth.
Yep. And the thing is,
this whole time.
Absolutely. And I was on it because they have one receiver. You know why Josh Allen is throwing so many picks? Is because he's throwing bombs to these receivers who are just not going to catch the ball and are not good enough. Gabe Davis is not good enough. Whoever the hell else was on the team is not good enough. It's not even just that. That first pick where Josh Allen had a 20, maybe 30-yard run open,
and he just chucks it down the field into double coverage to God knows who.
He's playing, what's that game called? When you throw it up.
Jackpot.
Jackpot. He plays jackpot in the NFL. The dude gets paid millions to play jackpot.
I blame his mustache.
Dude,
his mustache is fire.
I'm telling you, like, this is...
Josh Allen. You haven't seen it?
Yeah, but also, while we're talking about his hair,
great flow.
Someone's got to tell him that there has not been one quarterback with long hair to win the Super Bowl. He has to cut that
not
immediately.
true. Aaron Rodgers.
Tom Brady, dude.
What?
Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl.
I think he may have had the buzz cut for the Super Bowl.
I think Brady won it with long hair.
No, he didn't.
No, he cut it for the Super Bowl.
He lost that one.
Was that the Giants Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Both Giants Super Bowls.
Yeah. But,
helmet catch.
Again,
Crazy.
The last thing I'll say is with the Bills, their window is closing, and I think Josh Allen is feeling that pressure. Like, I'm telling you, it's all happening right in front of our eyes, and we just don't notice it because we're putting him on this pedestal. Like, their window is closing. Sean McDermott he's on his ass about Josh Allen. Like, he's on him. Like, be smart. Play smart. But what have they done besides add Damian Harris and
Dalton Kincaid?
Nothing, bro.
Nothing, bro.
He did look good. I picked him up on my fantasy team.
All they did was lose their OC, Daboll. And, I mean, he was...
They're done. They're done. Now wake up, guys, and stop fucking hyping them up. That's it. But good Jets win.
All right, on to the next one, since you're here. So here's something that has been floating around the internets these days. The Browns are going to run away with the AFC North. That's the talk in the streets. Now, I'm not buying that.
I know the Steelers aren't contenders, so it doesn't matter.
No, Steelers are definitely not. You have a quarterback that wears 2 gloves. You know what the weather is, so you guys are not winning that. The Bengals are going to win games. They're not going to be this bad the whole year, but Joe Burrow needs to take 3 weeks off.
I think it depends on how healthy he gets mid-season. If he's healthy, Bengals win it.
Yeah.
But if he continues to put pressure on this knee and his calf and it doesn't heal, they are in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. So Joe Burrow will come back to mid-season form at some point. I think they'll be all right.
I will say, though,
will be all right.
that game, and I watched that game, the Browns, granted, Joe Burrow, listen, he's injured, okay, but you still have him out there, so they're going to play tough against him. The Browns looked very good. I mean, Deshaun still is shaking off the rust. Fuck that guy. But the defense looked good, and I think they're going to play a lot of competitive games. I've been saying this before. We don't really know what they look like, but you can't sleep on them. I mean, this week is going to be interesting because they just lost their right tackle, Conklin, who's a huge piece, and TJ Watt is on the Steelers. So they could get waxed just based off TJ Watt. But it's just a team to look out for, man. I mean, the wild card is with all these teams now, especially the Bills, especially the Jets. We're not going to get ahead of ourselves, but they could contend for a wild card, I will say.
Did you guys see Garrett doing?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that he was dribbling up the line of scrimmage,
ball, and then he just burnt the guy and got straight to. Oh, dude, that was sick.
That's next level. Yeah, that's next level.
I don't see anyone stopping that.
Here's what I think's wild though. So Thursday after practice, you offer Joe Burrow $275 million.
The money got to his head.
And he throws for 82 yards on Sunday.
What if this was all building up to this moment? Joe Burrow getting money is gonna pull a Megatron and retire in 2 years, but he just collects the bag. People gotta think about
the root
that
of all
more.
evil is money.
I mean, I would take that money and go and never see another person again.
Yeah, you can say the same about Mahomes too.
But Mahomes won Super Bowls. Joe Burrow lost his.
Yeah.
And remember, here's a stat. Every quarterback that has reached the Super Bowl and lost their first time getting to the Super Bowl has never returned.
Yep. Jalen Hurts.
Joe Burrow. It is still a record to this day, and it is true. So just keep an eye out.
Yep.
So speaking of, should we get into our mortals or overreactions? What are we doing?
I say we go overreactions, finish with the morals.
Okay.
That's more next week. So let's finish this week.
Let's do it.
But one thing going back to that, we didn't even touch on the Ravens.
I mean, Lamar, same thing.
Lamar is that dude. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Someone needs to teach the man how to carry a football.
Yeah.
Listen,
right.
I'll give everyone, it is the first week. Everyone's a little rusty. I get it. But, man, you got to prepare. But
he had three fumbles. That's not rust, man. And he's
fumbles.
a veteran. He's a veteran. He had at least 2 run around with the ball just like this, not tucked. And I'm talking he fumbled it and then just did one of these.
Yeah.
And then just looked at it. He didn't even dive for it.
By the way,
that's not rust.
Whoever walked away with Zay Flowers in their drafts, congratulations. Steal. That is their wide receiver 1. I have him in about 2 or 3 of my leagues. Great job. He was the wide receiver 1 probably to begin with. Odell was a luxury piece. I've been saying it. It's Zay Flowers. Mark Andrews, of course, too, but
he was out. He didn't play this week.
No, he did not. But Zay Flowers is that guy. If you got him in fantasy, well done. You're probably going to be starting him very soon. Very simple.
Right. On to the next one. So, another little birdie told me that the Lions are going to be contenders this year.
Are we talking Super Bowl contenders?
Just because they beat the Chiefs don't mean they're contenders.
I think that the Packers are going to win the division.
Drew Appleman.
He's got me with a stranglehold right now. Is he driving home at the moment? Can we call him quick?
I don't know what. I don't know what he's doing, but I will call him right now, and I will put it on speaker.
I just want you to. So when you put it on speaker, can you just say thoughts on the game, or just say thoughts on the Packers? Let him start talking, and if it gets too out of control, just hang up. If it's 2 seconds, hang up.
I will say Aaron Jones looked real good.
Yeah. For legal purposes, are we supposed to tell him that he's on the show? I think
he'll get a shout out.
Afterwards. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
He's either.
Wow. He said.
Wow.
There it is. That was his last.
That
was his last appearance on the show. Nope. It is over. Thank you for coming on, Drew. We're kidding.
I'm not.
Maybe he's hungover. I don't know.
I think that is actually more telling than him answering. I think that's more of a "I'm too good for you guys now."
There it is. There it is, just
Sorry.
like that.
I think the Packers are going to win the division.
Now they're going to lose the division. They're going to come in last.
Yeah. Well, Bears are.
It's
terrible.
the Bears.
Yes.
It's a field of bus out there. It's a field of bus.
Fields of bus.
Yeah, it's bad. He is so bad.
Hold on. Maybe it's because I don't get too good of a service down here. But let's see. I'm hooked up on the Wi-Fi. We're going to try once more.
But the Bears were really.
They're bad. They look terrible.
Unfortunately,
Real bad.
Justin Fields, the league's sweetheart, is a bust.
Drew Appleman. What's up, dude?
What's going on?
So we're on the pod, and we're talking Packers, and
Thoughts on the game?
we just want to hear your thoughts on the game.
Thoughts on the game?
Talk to me.
It sounded like everything I said that we would do to the Bears is exactly what we did. We walked in, we walked the dog, and we got the hell out of there.
Now, are you still in? Where was the game? Chicago or Green Bay? Are you driving home?
We didn't actually end up going because we were going to drive, and last minute, both our cars were having car problems.
Now, what do you have to say to Sticks? Sticks is a Bears fan.
God, we did watch the game together, but Stitch sent me a bunch of videos of him eating cheese. But guess what? He can eat this.
Yeah. I want to touch on the Mortals real quick. Patriots-Eagles game, honestly, probably one of the more gross games that I've watched.
You got screwed there.
I definitely got screwed. They literally had 2 chances to do it, and they didn't. Keyshawn Boot didn't drag his feet in. 2-point conversion, hold on the right tackle, would have covered. Eagles would have won. I would have been a very, very, very happy man. But it's all right. We'll come back. I already got a lock this week, so that's all I got to say about that game. Really gross game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
I have nothing to say on the Broncos game. Russell Wilson's dead.
Gassy, you got anything?
Gassy, that was well done.
Well
Great
done.
pick.
Gassy
Great
always
pick.
coming in clutch.
Great pick.
Jaguars with the spread, baby. Easy money. Calvin Ridley looked great.
Jagging
Lawrence
off.
looked great.
We're jagging off
Jagging
as
off,
always.
and I'm tired of people hating on Trevor Lawrence because he is that guy. Stop it, please. He is him. But that's all. We got more Mortals, and then I guess we're gonna go through the games this upcoming week.
Oh,
Bottle service?
What am I supposed to
You
do
got the.
now?
I don't know. You
want
want to go through
Is
all
it time,
of
Jordan?
Oh,
I think it's
don't know.
time.
Okay.
What?
Before the Mortals,
Oh.
them? Okay, we'll do Mortals. That works.
we're going to have to take a few shots of Stoli Vanille.
Jesus.
You want to start us off, Jordan?
Starts off.
I don't want this.
Celebratory. Yeah, you do.
You have to now.
You have
Okay,
to now.
I'll take it a little swig because I like
Jesus
vanilla
Christ.
vodka, but I wasn't planning on doing that.
No, that was an aggressive.
That was an aggressive.
You should have gone last because now anything we do, we look soft.
Alcoholism.
This podcast is
I
brought
will
to you
say,
by alcoholism and Stoli Vanille.
Woo!
It is tasty.
There it is. Still even know.
Before we get next week, I have one more thing.
Sure.
How to get off my chest. I think Justin Jefferson requests a trade either this year, next year, or the following year. I think he is out of Minnesota.
I mean, why do you just pick every year?
Okay, we'll say
This
we'll go end of next year. He might give it one more year.
Year. Yeah. He'll be a Texan.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Can you imagine him and CJ Stroud though? 2 years from now?
Dude, he looked good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Can you imagine him and CJ
Who's
Stroud?
CJ Stroud?
CJ, he looked good.
Yeah,
Yes.
and this coming week, Colts are only a 1-point favorite against the Texans. Texans are home.
I
Now,
take Anthony
I'm-
Richardson
I'm
over
staying-
CJ Stroud though.
Yes, I'm staying away from that one, although I think the Colts will win that game. I think they bounce back at their first win of the season.
I think that spread's what 1.5.
One.
One.
Yeah, it's a coin
at
flip.
FanDuel right now.
It is a coin flip.
A few games that if we want do we want to talk about that?
If you guys have your mortals, I'll throw my mortal out right away. If you want to just talk about the mortals and whatever
Yeah,
game
we can just
intrigues
talk about
us.
the Mortals. So what do you want to start?
I'll start.
Or should we have Gassy start since he won last?
Gassy, go ahead.
Gassy, you're mortal.
Okay. I know I told you guys that I'm not fucking around this year with the Mortals,
Nope, you're not.
but I'm back to fucking around this year with the Mortals, and I'm taking the Jets with the spread.
No, I don't hate that one. I like that one actually.
What's the spread? What is it? 8.5 plus
right
8.5?
now it's 9.5.
Plus 9.5.
So we got the Jets plus 9.5. Let's go.
I like that. The only, like I said, no, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it. I'm riding with you. Cowboys will win by 9.
I like it.
I
like
can
it.
cheer for that, right?
I like it.
I'm
We
still
can all
cheering.
we
Take
can
the
all
points.
cheer for
I'm
that.
still-
I'm
pod's
still
about.
cheering for you to win. It's just I'm winning too.
A 9-point win is still a good win for the Cowboys.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's still that's a resume builder in college football.
It is.
Yeah. Mike, do you want to go next?
Yeah, we'll go. So last week, again, tough one. I mean, probably the 90%, 99% of the people anyways were taking the Birds, so I don't think it really affected anyone. No. This is going to be a little bit kind of out of the blue here, and I think you guys are going to be like, whoa, but be like, oh, yeah, I kind of like that. So I was watching the Saints-Titans game, and besides the Patriots-Eagles game, man, that game was gross.
Yes.
That was bad. Panthers +3. I think the Panthers, especially, I know you guys are very high on Bryce Young,
yes.
and I will always
be
an underdog taking the spread. Panthers at home, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt because for some reason I'm not buying the Saints right now, and I like them. I'm going to go +3 at home. We're going to go with the Panthers.
It's a ballsy pick.
I don't mind that one at all.
But what I will say is I think Caleb Williams is going to be a Panther next year.
No.
Mm-mm.
No, I see.
Nah, Arizona.
No, he won't be allowed to go to Arizona. He'll go back to school. The only reason I don't think that'll happen is because Bryce Young showed enough, even though they looked bad. I think he showed enough poise and ability to make changes, read the defense, that the Panthers are like, all right, we're gonna stick with this guy. And if he can, obviously he's got to continue. That's only been 1 week, but I mean. This isn't the Jets we're talking about. You don't give up on your best pick after 1 or 2 weeks, you know. I mean, look at you guys. You still have that pick. So
Panthers +3. I really like it. That's all.
All right, there we go.
Panthers
Panthers
+3. Someone ride with me, please. We're going 1-1, baby.
You know what? I was going to go the other way on that game.
Was that the mortal?
But I'm not going to.
That's good.
I will cheer for the Panthers that game.
I sure hope so.
Right.
Bryce Young. You guys are Bryce Young advocates.
So I had a few others in mind. You know what? I'm just going to do it. Chargers -3 at the Titans.
I like that.
I don't like the Titans. I mean, I do like the Titans, but I don't like the Titans.
He liked them last week, that's for sure, and it was great.
I think that defense is very capable, but, I mean, Chargers offense, when they get those Kellen Moore 8-yard slants going, unstoppable. They're going to win by 5 or 6. Give me the -3.
Jordan, you got anything?
I got one.
There you go. Let's do it.
I got the Ravens +3.5
There it is. Underdog.
over the Bengals.
Away.
I like that. Joe Burrow looks down and out.
I think the Ravens continue to build on their. They didn't look fantastic. They didn't look bad though, and I don't think they looked as bad as the Bengals did last week. So, I think the Ravens continue. I think Lamar Jackson figures out how to carry a football, and they at least cover. I don't know if they win, but I think they at least cover.
With that being said, any last thoughts here?
It's a pleasure.
3, 2, 1, nothing.
Peace.
Great job, guys. Jordan, thanks for coming on.
Thanks
We
for
out.
having me.